Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your Divine Masculine weekly forecast. So I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing either a separation or a challenge in your connection. So please keep that in mind, but only take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. Today, what we're going to go into is what story is currently playing out in your connection at this time. We're also going to see where's your connection struggling the most right now, as well as how does your Divine Masculine see you and the situation at this present time. We will be going into some extended reading messages where we're going to go deeper into the connection, deeper into what your masculine is wanting you to know, what might happen in the future, etc. So if you guys are interested in those extended messages, I will put that link down below. If you have any issues with the extended reading as far as accessing the link or payment or whatever, please email me directly at mysticmoonoracles@gmail.com. I'll put that information down below. So today I'm actually using a bunch of different decks, some new decks that I have received. None of them are my own. They're all going to be Amazon links. So if you guys are interested in any of these decks, you'll probably be able to find them on Amazon if you are interested. Today's Organite is the Divine Masculine Nude, created by Michelle from Wing and Bell. So let's get into it, you guys. Let's take a look and see what story is currently playing out in your connection at this time. This particular deck is called the Twin Flame Ascension cards. Very cool deck. So let's see what's currently the story playing out in your connection. What story is currently playing out in your connection with your Divine Masculine? So we are doing this from the Divine Feminine's perspective. What story is currently playing out with this Divine Masculine, your love story? Ooh, we have Twin Flame Facilitator, Expansive Growth. Okay, so this card indicates that there is some sort of a facilitator, like a third party, that is helping both parties to grow. So this could be happening for both of you or one of you. It does say 4-4, so to me that might be like a mirrored energy. These do not have to be romantic partners, just so you know. This could be family members, friends, co-workers, your soul family, etc., that you're experiencing some sort of just some sort of timeline with, and this is helping you guys both to expand and grow in ways that might actually facilitate this connection later on down the line. So our family, our soul family, even karmic partners, karmic lessons are all excellent facilitators for our growth as human beings. So something is playing out right now in your story, and outside of your connection with each other, there is the influence of other people that are helping you guys both to grow. So this is called, I believe, the Oracle Tarot. We're going to see what's going on here with this energy. What is the energy here? Okay, yeah, we have the Four of Swords. So it does say recovery and retreat. So this is actually helping us to take better care of ourselves. So there might be some situations that are actually playing out right now where it's just, we're becoming very overwhelmed, or we're feeling really stressed. There's a need for self-care, or even like setting healthy boundaries with other people. Now, the story that's currently playing out in your connection, this could just be you guys are both taking a break from this connection. You're on, kind of locked down from each other, or you're in total separation, no contact, depending on what your actual story is. But what's going on as you guys are in this kind of physical separation, there's actually a lot of growth going on. There's a lot of recovery and healing with what's playing out right now. So this to me is excellent energy. All right, let's see what else. Yeah, look at that, the Hermit mode. You want to talk about a minor arcana card, which is the Hermit. This to me is a match. It means we're going within, we're withdrawing energy. So the withdrawal period right now is actually for recovery and healing and growth purposes. So this does say wisdom of solitude. So the only way that we're really going to get in touch with something is by being in the state of solitude or being in separation with our counterpart. So I really like what's going on here. This is Virgo's energy. We are in Virgo season. So it's really a nice confirmation for me that right now is divine timing, or it's a part of the divine plan for the two of you to experience some sort of growth outside of this connection, but it is for the connection, if that makes sense. So let's see what else is going on here in your story. We have acknowledged, taking responsibility. Love that. So we're able to take responsibility for our actions. Those are a bunch of swords, and we have swords here around the bed. So to me, this is about building a foundation. And the only way that we can really have a nice, solid foundation with someone is if it's strong. So whatever was not strong before, whatever was falling apart, wherever you guys were falling up short, this is a rebuilding type of an energy. Kind of like we're taking personal inventory. We're taking personal accountability and responsibility for our actions, realizing that, you know what? It's not always everyone else. Sometimes it is us. Sometimes we are doing something that is toxic, or we're bringing some sort of trauma to the table that needs to be healed. So this to me is a period of recovery for both of you guys, where you're really looking within yourselves to see what you're both bringing to the table. So a lot of expansive growth going on here, really acknowledging and taking personal inventory. I really like that. Ooh, and we have the Eight of Wands energy, swift decisions. So to me, what this does is, by taking responsibility, by taking this time out from one another, what does it do? It actually helps to move the energy through this connection. So wherever you guys were stuck or are stuck currently, you guys are able to actually move forward because of this period of time. So really embrace this hermit mode. Really embrace this period of time in your connection, this season right now, because it is necessary for growth and taking responsibility. We have the, release the past, change. This is the Death card, I believe, in this deck. So this helps us to release the past. However we're operating, okay, whatever's not working, we are going to take a look at that, right? Looks like it's a little crooked, you guys. I'm so sorry about that. But whatever hasn't worked in the past needs to change. Whatever stories we keep replaying, however the story keeps ending up, right? And you guys just keep going round and round in the same circles. It's like enough is enough. It's time for us to shit or get off the pot in this situation. We realize that we need to change, and the change comes from the inside. It's not that, somebody else needs to change so this situation can be happy. Yes and no. The change comes from within. The change comes from somebody taking responsibility. That I'm getting here, it's a two-way street. Both people need to take responsibility and acknowledge what they're bringing to the table, what insecurities they still have, what still needs to be healed, what still needs to be seen and understood, what wisdom needs to be applied to these changes and the situation. Now, if somebody is still holding on to a past trauma or even a karmic partnership, like just a situation, this is something that right now what I'm seeing is like we're moving through this energy. We're able to rise above. So you can see her, she's above, she's rising above, she's ascending to the next level. So this death energy is Scorpio's energy. Okay, so we can release this energy, we can release this past, whatever's holding us back, we can finally release this so we can experience major ascension and growth here. All right, what else is going on in this story? Look at that. We have the masculine twin, releasing lower self. So this does not mean that this is all on the masculine. It takes two to tango in these connections, but there is something specific coming up for this masculine. He is releasing his lower self. This is going to be the ego. This is going to be anything that's holding him back, any areas where he's being stubborn or not taking responsibility for his actions. Something is shifting and something is changing in the vibration of your connection currently. Let's go ahead and get some more tarot here. Ooh, we have the Fool. So that way we can make new decisions. We can start fresh and start new. We can hit the reset button here. This right here is connected to Aquarius, okay? So this is definitely about like expansion, being free from the restrictions of our past or our ego or lower self. So this is definitely, if there's anything that's holding the masculine back, like he's afraid, he has a lot of fear of change or fear of just taking a risk and going in a new direction, this is something that's working itself out. We have the fives here, and of course the number 5 is all about change, but it's also about struggles too. So it is a struggle to change, but it can be done, and it can be done with going within and looking at the self and understanding a thing or two about ourselves and taking responsibility. Kind of like, how did I get to this point? How did I arrive at this destination? If we don't like where we have arrived, we don't like the way that things are playing out in our lives or where we're at, then we take a look at that and we figure out, what did I do to get myself here? Instead of blaming everyone else, what did I do to get myself here? And that, I feel, is something that's happening right now for this masculine. I love that. The Six of Pentacles. Yeah. This, to me, if feminine, if you're you're wanting to give to this masculine and he's not wanting to receive, what I'm getting here is the block is the lower self that's still kind of operating. But we have this transformation, I feel, that's taking place currently with releasing this lower vibrational self. So that way you guys can exchange energies in an equal way. So he can show up for you in an equal way. Because maybe you were just giving so much, but you weren't giving or getting enough back, or maybe for some of you, anything back. And you may have had to kind of take a step back and go, you know what? I'm losing myself. I'm giving way too much. I'm trying to save this masculine. I can't save him. So you may have had to take a step back as well. That could be a story that's currently playing out for you. And when you do that, you're no longer enabling or participating in toxic behavior. That actually helps immensely. We may not see that. We may feel guilty for stepping back and letting someone figure it out for themselves. That might feel very, it just might feel wrong. But the enabling that could be taking place is doing more damage than good. And so that could be something that the feminine is also learning as well. Okay? So that seems to be some sort of story or timeline that's playing out. Some sort of energies that are present right now in this connection. So what we're going to do is we're going to see, where is your connection struggling the most right now? So we are going to look at that lower self energy right now. Okay, so this is called the Dark Mirrors Oracle. All right, what are the low vibrational energies that are playing out in this connection? Biggest struggles. Ooh, peaceful among thorns. So it's almost like someone is wanting to get in a Zen place, but there are a lot of thorns, right? A lot of thorns. And this right here is about trying to just find your center in the midst of chaos. So that's a big thing here. All right, let's go ahead and go into one of these new decks that I just got here. It's called the Guardian Knight Tarot. Beautiful deck. All right, let's see what this energy here is of peace amongst the thorns. What's this peace amongst the thorns? Ooh, Seven of Cups. So it's kind of like we're like thinking about what we want, right? We're thinking about what we want. We're dreaming. We're fantasizing of how things could be, but we feel like it's out of our reach, right? So that's the biggest struggle right now, is that people, this is for masculine and feminine, are both dreaming of a better life, dreaming of better days, fantasizing what it would be like to be in this peaceful state, but not knowing how to get there. So that seems to be the struggle right now. And that could just be fear holding people back. With the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is very dreamy. It's Pisces energy. So this to me is somebody who wants to offer the cup, somebody who wants to experience love and romance at just a very deep level. Like almost like a fantasy type of a level, right? But there's so many thorns, we don't even know how to get there. So if you and this masculine have had issues in the past where a lot of thorns were created, it's almost like what's desired right now from this masculine is to get back into your good graces, to be able to offer you that cup. But there's that feeling of, I don't know how to do that in reality. I can really only fantasize what that would actually look like or be like. So I just feel like there's a lot of fantasy right now that's taking place because the reality seems to be too hard. It seems to be too much of a struggle to actually make this happen, to bring this into reality. And that might be what you're fantasizing about too, feminine. We also have blinded to pain. Yeah, there's a lot of pain here. There's a lot of pain. The flies always remind me of decay, basically something that's dead, something that's died. And it doesn't mean that your connection has died, but something may have happened here that caused some sort of tragedy and an ending in your connection. So this pain, we're very trapped by this pain. It's kind of like it's all we see. We don't know how to get past that pain. We don't know how to get past that either deception or that tragedy that occurred in this connection. So all we can do is fantasize about, what could be, basically. We have death's energy. Yeah, the death comes up the second time here, Scorpio's energy. So some kind of, oh my gosh, and look at this. Two totally different decks. But we have thorns. Peaceful among thorns. How do we make peace after all of this pain? Okay? So I feel like something very tragic happened in your connection. And the biggest struggle is, how do we get to a peaceful place? How do we mend this? How do we fix this? What do I do? I can only see the error of my ways. I can only see everything that I've done. So I do feel like this is the masculine more than the feminine. He's struggling to release this lower self. And he's trying to take responsibility for his actions at the same time and kind of acknowledge something. But it seems like the pain and the trauma and the ego are running a little bit of that show. He's kind of blind to seeing something here. He's kind of blind to seeing what could be or what he could do differently in the situation to turn it around. I feel like he's blinded by his pain and fear. Yeah, wow, we have the Tower now. Whew. That Tower energy here is actually Mars Scorpio, Mars Pluto energy. There's a interchangeable energy of Aries and Scorpio with the Tower. So I feel like this is some masculine energy for sure with the Mars. Mars to me is more masculine. And the Scorpio energy is that death again. How do I transform this? There's a tower that's fallen. I also feel like someone has had a major Tower moment, a major epiphany, a major awakening. And now that all of like this destruction and everything and this chaos that's like fallen down, they're trying to sift through the dust, right? They're trying to sift through the dust of all the rubble to figure out, how do I get to this place of peace with you? How do I fix this? How do I mend this? How do I mend everything that either I broke or everything that I caused? So there's a lot of pain right now. We have Triumph of Lives. So there could be somebody who lied. If this masculine told you lies, feminine, this could be a lot of the reasons why this is difficult for him to try to figure out and master, communicating with you. Of course, you can see in that card there's that skull. So it's like, bone, skeleton. It's like something that's over, something that's gone, something that's maybe long ago. And I just feel like he's trying to tap into bringing something to life, bringing something back to life, bringing something back into the flesh. That's what I'm seeing here. The Moon, Pisces energy again. There's a lot of reflection going on here, but there's a lot of looking at what we fear. We're looking our fears straight in the eyes, and we're not sure what we're seeing. All right, do we trust our intuition? Do we trust our higher self? Is our higher self just telling us lies? Is what we think just a lie? I feel like the masculine might be very confused right now. In the feminine, you could be also very confused too. What's real? What's not? Am I just making this up in my head? Am I just having these visions and these dreams? Is it just me? So I feel like both people are going through something pretty major on a deep, like introspective level. A lot of dreams that you're having, a lot of psychic visions, a lot of telepathy, a lot of energy, a lot of information coming to you. But it's kind of like we are pushing it aside and saying it's not real. We're pushing it aside and saying it's just me that feels this way. My person doesn't feel this way. They're not feeling this way. This is just all in my head. This energy right now is very strong. So there's a lot of like confused energy here. I'm very confused. I don't know what's real and I don't know what's not. So this is coming through as a struggle right now. There's not a lot of clarity. But what I do like to see here, ooh, look at that honey badger. What I do like to see, or is that a skunk? I don't know. I do like to see the Chariot here, though. This is Cancer's energy. So all the water energy came through. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. All the water signs. So that could be significant for some reason. I did just do the soul connections and separation connection water signs on, I think, Saturday. So there could be some kind of a significance to what came through in that reading. Maybe there's something that's being confirmed here today. I don't know. But the Chariot is all about movement forward, our destined path. It's also about being on the same page. So I feel like both of you guys are going through this. Both of you guys are on the same page. Both people are struggling. And our ego, our lower self, is basically telling us, no, I'm making it up. This is just me. My person doesn't feel this way. I'm getting all of this information and my intuition is telling me this, but I'm not trusting it because I'm just delusional. That's what both of you guys are actually doing about each other. Neither one of you truly believe that the other person is struggling and feeling this way too. So that's the biggest struggle right now in this connection, is that you guys are both going through this, but neither one of you believe the other person is feeling these things. Very interesting. So we're going to now take a look and see, how does your divine masculine see you in this situation at present right now, feminine? What is the energy here? Let's look at this. Okay, so this is a newer deck here for me. It's called The Secret Woods. Okay, so how is the divine masculine seeing the feminine at present and their situation? Okay, we have Guardian. Ooh, if you cannot retrieve, wait to receive. So to me, the Guardian, and we have this energy come through here with the owl. Okay. So the owl, we have another owl here. The owl is the guardian. The owl is our intuition, our connection. The owl is also connected to the underworld as well. So things that are gone, dead, things that are dark, the lower self. So, but there's a wisdom though in that shadow work. There's wisdom in pain. And I'm just seeing here that this owl, and they're both coming through as white. So to me, this is like taking us to the light at the end of the tunnel. Not all is doom and gloom. Not all is completely destroyed here. There can be a resurrection. There can be a change. So the way that the masculine is viewing the feminine right now, and also viewing their situation, he might be waiting to receive some sort of a message. But this could be waiting to see what if she says something. So there could be like waiting to see what you do, waiting to see what you say, waiting on a message from you, waiting to receive something from you, a sign. Or this could just be waiting to get a sign from the higher self. But I feel like right now that's a real struggle to even trust what the higher self is bringing in, because there's a lot of thorns here. A lot of thorns. I'm also getting, though, that this masculine sees the feminine as a guardian, sees her as a guardian angel, somebody that is guiding him on his journey. So I feel like there's this message of, you've always been with me. You've always been by my side. Even though we're not together physically, you're still by my side. You're still guiding my actions. You still have some sort of a hand in what I do and what I don't do. I still think about you. I still think about how this will affect you. So there's this guidance constantly with the masculine that he relates back to the feminine. That's very cool. So let's go ahead and get a tarot card to go with this. This is called the Mystical Moments Tarot. Tarot of Mystical Moments. We have the Ace of Wands. This is beautiful. Sees her as an inspiration. You're the inspiration. You bring meaning to my life. That's it. It's beautiful. There's this like flower, right? This blossom that's coming out of that book. I'm also getting too that he does not believe the story is over between the two of you. He believes that the story is still playing out. So there's some kind of a story that's still playing out for this masculine, is what I'm getting here. Your story is not over. It's just about, what is the next chapter? What does the next chapter entail? He doesn't know. It's a mystery. But I'm getting here, he's kind of like waiting to receive a sign or waiting to receive something in order to turn the page with you again, feminine. But he sees you as an inspiration in his life. All right, let's go ahead and get the heart energy here. Here's another owl. So there's owls here connected to you, feminine. You're the seer. Quiet your mind. Your body needs you. So this right here is basically indicating here the hermit mode, right? Quiet your mind, your body, your sensations, your what you're feeling. This is going to reveal something to you. That's it. So the feminine high priestess energy, I always relate the owl also to the high priestess. He sees you, feminine, as all-knowing, all-seeing, a guardian seer, somebody who's very knowledgeable, somebody who might even just be mystical and magical, somebody who is ascended, somebody who he respects spiritually, somebody he sees as some sort of a guide. So in his heart, he does know something. He does. He knows something, but he is having a hard time trusting it. But he does know something. And we are going to go into, in the extended, what has he admitted to himself about you? What does he know? Because we're seeing that in his heart, he knows something. He just knows something. He feels it. He just knows it to be true. But just because you know something to be true doesn't mean you trust it all the time. Sometimes your lower self will come in and say, no, that can't be right. And you'll push it away. And that's what I'm feeling for this masculine here. Yeah, we have the Fool. And we already know that the Fool energy here came through with what the story is right now playing out in your connection. This is about starting fresh, starting new, turning a new page, taking a leap of faith. Right? Casting our fears to the side. Look at this. This is like a alligator or crocodile here. And we're basically pushing those fears down, because obviously if you ever saw a crocodile, at least I know, if I ever saw a freaking alligator or a crocodile, I think I would probably pass out from freaking fear. You know what I mean? Like if I was in the water and I suddenly saw one. So to me, this is like pushing the fear away and basically sprouting anyways, growing anyways, despite the fears that we have. So I just feel like in his heart space, it's like he knows that there's a new chapter. He knows that there is something fresh and something new that's available for you and with you and this connection. He just knows it. Let's take a look and see what the environment looks like here for the masculine, what's affecting him the most right now in his environment when it comes to this connection with you, feminine. Okay, yeah, see, it's so funny the way that this is coming through. Remember the Seven of Cups and the moon? It's all dreamy. It's kind of like, so that song, dream, 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 when I want you in my arms, when I need you. All I have to do is dream. That's coming through, because that's really where this masculine is connecting with you, feminine, is in his dreams. Because for some reason in reality, there's too many thorns. There's too much pain. There's too much crap that's happened. And it's difficult for him to try to figure out how to get back into a peaceful place with you. So he's really struggling, I feel, on a deep internal level. He's very much struggling how to get to that point. But you are in his dreams. You're live, actually, in his dreams. You're living in his dreams. This dream world is where he is connecting with you. So when it comes to his physical environment, he might have a completely different life. He might even have a life with somebody else. But in his dreams, or when he closes his eyes at night, or when he thinks about love, when he thinks about what divine passion and connection is, he's dreaming of you, feminine. That's what I'm getting here. We have the Nine of Swords. And what is the Nine of Swords? The Nine of Swords is a card of nightmares, anxiety, fear, being in your head about a situation, telling yourself the worst case scenario. That is why you're in this dream. Because in reality, he feels like there's just, interesting, we have all these eyes. He feels also that maybe you're looking at him and you have a lot of fear. You're afraid of him, feminine. You don't trust him because of things that may have happened. So in this dream world, he is able to come to you and be your everything. He is able to come to you and apologize and to make all of these wrongs right. But in reality, he's not doing that. And the reason why he's not doing that is because he feels like he is dirty. He is no good. He is been cast out, and that he doesn't deserve this. That's what I just got. It feels like he does not deserve this. So what is his overall energy here for you, feminine, and this connection? What's the overall energy here? Performer. Wow. Prepare and give it your all. Look, that peacock energy here. Well, the peacocks are about a show, ego, pride. So his overall energy is that he does have some pride and ego that he is still struggling with. And he does want to show you something. He does. He wants to show you his best stuff. He wants to really shine in your eyes. But there is this thing where he feels like in your eyes, you either hate him or you think he is trash. So that's a real struggle there. King of Pentacles. Ooh, he wants to shine. He wants to be able to be like either a provider. This is Taurus energy, money. He might feel better about himself if he has a certain level of success or money or something to show you or something that he can actually provide for you on a tangible level. So that's just what I'm seeing here. It's like he's looking at you as though you deserve this. You deserve to, it's not like you need to be taken care of, but like he wants to provide this for you. He wants to provide this stability for you. He wants to actually show you that he has something of value to bring to the table, that he has something that, would be lasting, something where he could take care of you if you needed him to. He wants to be able to prove to you in some tangible way that he is worthy, that he is worthy of you, that he has value. There might be something here, and this is just a storyline that's coming through if it resonates for you. If you're in another relationship and situation and you seem to be doing just fine, I'm getting here that this masculine has this fear that he's not going to be able to match what you have right now. Something like that. So it's like he needs to prove that he's not only got all this emotional connection and this passion, but he also has to match it up with this physical world stuff too, which is I have a good job, or I've got, savings, or I have something to bring. And not that money is everything, but it is important. And I just feel like that's something that's going to help him to be able to give you his all, is to basically have all of his ducks in a row. So there's a lot of transformation that this masculine is currently undergoing right now. A lot of stuff he's going through, and he wants to be able to show you something of true value. But I'm getting here, it's not just I want to appear to have my shit together. I actually do have my shit together. So his overall energy is that he wants to be your everything. He wants to give you something of value. He wants to be able to provide something for you, feminine. And it might be because in your eyes, like he really fell from grace. He really did something that caused you to just feel like, he's a scumbag in a way. And so he knows it's going to take more than just words. It's going to actually take actions on his part to show you that he's changed. That's what I'm seeing here. So that's what we have so far. So if you guys would like to join me on the extended, I'll put that link down below. What we're going to go into over there is what have they admitted to themselves about you in this connection. So that's really going to go into what does he absolutely know, without a shadow of a doubt. And the thing is, he can still go through his doubts, but what has he admitted to himself about you? This could just also be like error of his ways, etc. Then we're going to go into what is his higher self trying to communicate with you right now. We're also going to go into what are they guided to do at this time when it comes to you in this connection, as well as the pathway presenting itself next in this connection, so the pathway forward. So if that sounds like interest of you, or of interest to you, then join me over there. And if not, I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.